Namaste children. Today we are going to see the lesson about from trade to territory, how trade led to battles. The last class we have discussed about Aurangzeb who was died in 1707. After Aurangzeb, Murshid Quli Khan who ascended the Nawab of Bengal. After his period, Alivardi Khan who ascended the Nawab of Bengal, but there was a rival between the British and also Alivardi Khan. After some years passed away, 1756, Alivardi Khan has died. After Alivardi Khan, Siraj-ud-Dawla who became a Nawab of Bengal. That time there was a more clashes between the British and also Siraj-ud-Dawla because Siraj-ud-Dawla did not give any grants to the Britishers or the privileges can given by the Siraj-ud-Dawla also. So that there was a clash between the Siraj-ud-Dawla and also the Britishers. Battle of Plassey, which started in the side of Nawab of Bengal by Siraj-ud-Dawla. Then the British side, Robert Clive, who clashes on those time by the name of the battle Plassey. They refused to grant the company concessions, demand large tributes for the company's right to trade. Then they denied it and any right to mint coins and stopped it from extending its fortifications. So that various sections from trade and commercial contact and then different types of revenue collection, the clashes arose between Siraj-ud-Dawla and also the Britishers. So it happened, the Battle of Plassey on that time. Siraj-ud-Dawla did not give any privilege to the Britishers while they are take over the trade and commercial in Bengal. So that the Britishers got angry and they want to revenge Siraj-ud-Dawla. So that he knew about his commander Mir Jafar, whose name was called Mir Jafar, and to get back to the British faith. So that faith only happened, the war, that is Battle of Plassey. Now we are going to see the Battle of Plassey through one video, children.
The Battle of Plassey. You will be able to list the factors that led to the Battle of Plassey. List the reasons for the defeat of Siraj-ud-Dawla in the Battle of Plassey. The East India Company felt that the large fee demanded by the Nawabs and the local rulers to carry on trade was unfair. They also felt that the enlargement of settlements, buying of villages and building of forts which were banned by the Nawab were necessary for the expansion of their trade. What the company wanted was a puppet ruler who would act in their favor. So they tried to replace the then Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dawla, with one of his rivals. This angered Siraj-ud-Dawla and he ordered the company to stop interfering in his government's affairs. He also ordered the company to stop fortifying their settlements and pay their taxes. When the company failed to accede to his demands, the Nawab marched with 30,000 of his men and took control of Qasim Bazar and Calcutta Fort. He cut off all supplies and support to the company's ships. To aid the company, armed forces were sent from Madras under the leadership of Robert Clive. The company's naval fleet was also sent. Robert Clive defeated Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla at a place called Palashi in 1757 in the famous Battle of Plassey. The main reason for Siraj-ud-Dawla's defeat was Mir Jafar, one of his commanders, who turned traitor and never fought the battle. Robert Clive had promised Mir Jafar that he would be made Nawab after Siraj-ud-Dawla for his services. The Battle of Plassey was the company's first victory on Indian soil. We have learnt that the East India Company tried to replace Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla with a puppet ruler. Siraj-ud-Dawla took control of Qasim Bazar and Calcutta Fort. Armed forces under the leadership of Robert Clive were sent along with a naval fleet to fight Siraj-ud-Dawla. Mir Jafar, one of Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla's commanders, turned traitor and never fought the battle. Robert Clive defeated Nawab Siraj-ud-Dawla in 1757 in the famous Battle of Plassey.
Thank you, children.